Discrimination is not a product of intellect. Intellect is the means through which it flows. It is felt, it is there, but it does not grow out of intellect. Criminals and thieves here have very sharp intellects, but they have no discrimination. There is not that element in them which distinguishes between right and wrong. The inner faculty is not with them. Important state officials, even ministers, sometimes take bribes and break the law. They have very sharp intellects, but they have no discrimination. If the discriminative faculty was there, how could they do all those bad things? On one hand, students get discriminated for almost anything. They could be discriminated for everything that they do. Faculty as well, they can get discriminated against for their jobs that they're doing in their classrooms, for anything that they see as theirs. They could be targeted by colleagues, students, and supervisors for race, gender, religious beliefs, sexual orientation, pregnancy, disability, partnerships, even gender reassignment. There's types of discrimination such as victimization, harassment, direct and indirect. Direct is when a person is treated less favorably, where indirect is less obvious and normally unintended. Harassment is unwanted conduct. It's effect of violating a person's dignity. Victimization is suffering detriment because they have done or may do discriminate against somebody, support discrimination, or give evidence to discrimination. When a teacher discriminates against a person at school, you have the option to report it to someone. If my child is being the one discriminated against, then I have a responsibility to do so. I could go to the school counselor, bullying officer, social worker, or if it gets bad enough, the higher-ups. If it's the head of the school, then I have to seek legal guidance, file a complaint with the U.S. Department of Education Office for Civil Rights. There is not one nationality that is not experiencing discrimination. Everybody gets discriminated against at one point in time in their life. The ones that mostly see the discrimination are Muslims, Native Americans, African Americans, whites, Asians, and Latinos. And not one of them are affected any differently or more than the other. Discrimination is just being discriminated against for something or being part of a group. The only thing that you can do is put it in writing and put it to somebody who actually can do something about it. And if that person can't do anything about it, then the only thing that you can do is seek legal guidance. Globally, if we go globally for discrimination, there's discrimination all around the world. UNICEF and the Human Rights Watch stated there was 250 million people worldwide that were being discriminated against. There is nothing about the demographics that are exactly just only involved. Everything about demographics is involved. It's based on what people like. The only thing that you can do is remove emotion, make a record of offensive action, consider alternatives, may or may not be deliberate, report it, be mindful of retaliation, get help outside to protect your rights. If so, contact an attorney. The only thing that are consequences in the matter of discrimination are the reputation, the morale, the complaints, and the lawsuits. The only thing that I can say that this is pertaining to is basically society as a whole. It's not just in schools, it's everywhere. It's in the workplace, it's in the home, it's even in families. We see it everywhere, people being discriminated against. If someone is being treated unfairly or being unfair, ask questions, follow your instincts, don't overlook or be overlooked. Watch for signs. If it's ongoing, keep track, report it, and be safe. Everything that I have researched about this is basically about people's backgrounds. And backgrounds to racial discrimination, gender, all of it. It's all about your background. And what you know, who you know, and what you can do is basically all you have. So if you take all of that and put it together, then the only way that we can actually implement this in our schools is to watch and to learn and to be mindful of what we're doing and take account for what we know, what we see, and be responsible for it. I have a video here.
Okay.
And it's actually cute. How do I do this?
Mouse. Go to the mouse.
I want to go to this video.
Yeah, so if it's on your link,